Hey guys, Zombie Killer 101 here, and we're about to do another story time today. Just gonna be me talking about me. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, me and two of my friends were having a conversation, and one of my friends brought up how they wanted a tattoo. I promised this chick that I would take her to a tattoo parlor when I get a tattoo, and she took that to heart. You know, I don't know why. Obviously I was joking, but whatever. So she said, oh yeah, Zombie Killer was supposed to go and take me to the tattoo shop to get a tattoo. So then I said, okay, well, since you're obviously upset about it, I'll take you the next time that I go get one. And then she said, okay, are you going to pay for mine? And I was like, and then she was like, because you're my best friend. I go, so me being your best friend entitles me to buy you a tattoo? And she goes, yeah. So I'm like, alright. And then I don't say anything, because I'm still trying to figure out what to say. Like, do I say I'm not doing that, or do I just say whatever? I don't know. So while me thinking about what I'm trying to, how to tell her that I'm not paying for that nicely, my phone dies, which is bad, because now I don't answer the question. So I charge my phone, and then I get back in the conversation, and I mean, she's going off. She's just like, we're not best friends anymore, don't talk to me, I'm replacing you. And I'm just like, what is going on? And then she's like, you didn't answer my question about my tattoo. And I'm just like, no, that should have been an automatic no. And then, so, but like, yeah, so she's going in, and I'm just like, okay. And then she makes this joke. She goes, I bet he cried when I say that I'm replacing him. And I'm like, so me, you know, I'm kind of stupid, I like to play around, so I'm thinking it was a joke. Wow. So I'm thinking it was a joke, and I go, okay, so you don't want to be my best friend anymore? And then she goes, ah ha ha, I told you was gonna cry. And I'm just like, it was a joke, I don't really care. And then she's like, so then she comes out of nowhere and she goes, she comes out of nowhere and she just goes, see, that's why you're a bitch. And I'm like, oh. And then I was like, because I played along with your joke, I'm a bitch. So at this point I got kind of upset. And then I didn't say nothing, I just put like little dots in a whole stale face. Like, okay. And then out of nowhere, big bold letters, bitch. What? And then again, out of nowhere, big bold letters, bitch. Okay. So then I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't care what you do, we don't have to be friends no more. And then she was like, fine. And I'm like, fine. And then we left. Like, I left the conversation, and then my friend goes, that was awkward as shit. And I'm like, nah, man, she petty, getting mad at me because my phone died and everything. So a few days later, my friend and I were talking, and she invited us to see Insidious, and I guess she didn't realize that she was not my friend anymore, because that's what she said. Like, pause, let's pause the story right here for a sec. I hate when girls be like, you know, telling you stuff, but then when they want something from you, it's like whatever they said previously does not even matter. Like, you know, your mom or your girlfriend says, yo, whatever I say, don't come to my house on Tuesday, and then, you know, they call you up like, why you ain't here? Like, don't, just saying. Anyway, back to the story. So she goes, want to go hang out and watch The Insidious 2. I said, well, you don't like me, so, no. And then she's like, bitch, ain't nobody asked you. That's why you uninvited. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to go with you anyway. So then she said, you can leave now. And I'm like, so can you? And then I left the conversation. I got kicked out of my own conversation. How bogus is that? Anyway, go to school and I tell, because I don't know what you want to call this relationship, but she claims that one of my friends is her baby daddy. Right. So they talk or whatever, and I told, because he's also my friend, so I was like, yo, whatever you want to call that girl of yours, tripping. And he's like, what? I say, she stopped talking to me over something petty. Told him what the story was, and then he decided to take it upon himself to try to help, and she just wasn't folding. So one day he calls her over to the table. She's like, why? He's like, why you don't like Shamar? And she's like, he a bitch. And I'm just like, ew. Well, excuse the fuck out of me. Yeah. So then he's like, he ain't a bitch. He just he just wasn't finna buy your tattoo. And he's like, that's why he a bitch. So then I was like, huh. I almost gave a fuck. and then my child's like, no, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna settle it right now. And he just went in for no reason. And he's just all like, so you met him cause he ain't answer his phone when you asked him to buy his tattoo. And he's like, he told me to pull out my phone. He's like, pull out your phone. So I pull out my phone and he's like, look at this. His phone broke as shit. He's like, don't you believe his phone broke? Died. Look at it, it's broke as hell. And then she go, I can't blame him for having a broke ass phone. And he's like, but still, he got a broke phone, so of course his phone died. And then he's like, you also mad because he wouldn't pay for it. Okay, how you know his mom ain't pay for his tattoo? You know what I mean? How you know that she don't want to spend no money on you? She Asian, she ain't gotta buy your tattoo. And I'm just like, what? And then he like going off on her and everything. And he told her to apologize, and she's like, no, and I didn't care. I mean, I honestly don't want to talk to her because you're not gonna be my friend over a tattoo. I mean, I can understand. I poured water on your new weave. I can understand. I don't know. I pantsed you in the gym. Stuff like that. I called you a whore for no reason. I slammed your head in the locker. Accidents happen. I'm just saying, I didn't do none of that. And she just don't want to be my friend. I don't comprehend, you know what I mean? So, yeah, me and her are not friends anymore. Another girl problem that I'm having. So I recently was talking to this fine Mexican chick. And she had a boyfriend on the side, so I guess you can call me boyfriend number 2. And okay. Okay.
Stop them.
Okay. And so basically we used to hang out all the time and chill. And her boyfriend went to an alternative school for that year, so he came back. Shit got real. So first day of school, he walks up and he goes, "You're Shamar, right?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Nice to meet you." Pause the story right here. He stuck out his hand, and I was like, if I don't shake it, it's gonna make me look like a bitch. If I do shake it, I gotta shake it firmly and aggressively to make him know that I'm not a bitch. So I stuck my hand out and I shook his hand. Now, this man's had the most aggressive handshake I've ever felt in my life. It was like he was trying to rip my arm out its socket. I wanted to say, yo, chill. But no, I just shook his hand. But then when I looked into this man's eyes. Not on no gay stuff, pause. Just saying that we made eye contact, and it's like he was staring into my soul. Do you understand? Like, his eyes was here, and I was here. Like, he had a whole conversation with me without even opening his mouth. Like, basically, what I heard from him, just by looking at his eyes, was, yo, you ever even look at my girl again, I'm ripping your lips off your face. It felt like my stomach was filled with hella air and it wasn't finna come out for nothing. So I shook his hand and I went about my business. But I was depressed, you know, because, you know, that was my baby. And now she's like dating Captain Mexico, because that nigga big as hell, but he's small as shit. He like Rey Mysterio, but he took like 4 steroid shots to the arm. You know what I mean? Like, he walking around looking like Midget Mac on some Brock Lesnar swole nigga shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just think I could take him in a fight. Like, you know, I elbow him in the nose and then knee him in the nuts and then just start clotheslining him and just throwing hands at him. I think I could take him down. Or we can get to a fight, he grab me and miraculously picks me up and throw me over 2 tables and I run home. What do you guys think? You know, should I pick that fight for my woman, or should I let that one go? One more girl trouble I guess you could say I'm having is, oh, I used to date this one girl. And I say use very strongly because, like, when I say crazy, I mean like insane. Like, okay, so are you choking? You alright? Hold on.
What was that?
I'm back. Anyway,
my ribs.
Basically, this girl, she was real crazy. Like, this one time, she broke up with me because she said that she said that she needed to focus on school and that she didn't want a lot of drama stirring around because her best friend liked her, and it's like I was going out with her and I knew the guy, so it was a lot of tension between me and him. And she said she didn't want no drama, so she said we'll just be cool for right now until everything dies down. And I was like, I understand, fine, that's cool. Next day, I was talking to a whole different chick, and she started crying. But I was just like, you broke up with me yesterday. Let me repeat these phrases. You broke up with moi. I hate seeing girls cry. It hurts me when they cry over me because I'm nothing to cry about, you know? I'm just a guy who lives life doing what he does because he loves and feels very passionate about everything that he does. Nothing to cry over. How do you like 80 pictures in 1 second? I mean, I know it's double tap, and double tap don't take nothing. You just, and it's over. But that means you had to been vigorously tapping your phone to like 80 pictures. I was scared. I wanted to like delete my Instagram, change my address, change my phone number, transfer school. I was fearing for my life and my butt, you know. She wants that ass. I don't give up the booty easy. Those are my 3 little stories of, you know, girl troubles that I've been having lately. I mean, you know, I don't know. Just happens sometimes. I'm pretty sure you guys have crazy boyfriend, girlfriend stories that you could share. Like, subscribe, more of these coming up, you know. More anime reviews to do. All kinds of stuff, you know. We're just here for you guys. Hope you enjoy. Zombie Killer 101. Leaving. Stay natural, guys, you know.